So very good morning to everyone. Today I am going to discuss about the topic of cache memory. So as we know that the cache memory is a very important part of any computer system. The cache memory helps the computer to access the data very quick manner. So we know that there are two types of memory in the computer. One is a cache memory and another one is a main memory. Main memory is nothing but our all our data will be stored in the main memory. Whereas the cache memory is a small memory, that is small size of memory. It is comes under RAM and random access memory. Means this can be stored only. It can be acted as a temporary storage. Okay. So the cache memory placed in between the processor and the main memory. Okay, so the data, the main is a if a part of memory is part of main memory data is stored in the cache memory. So the how the cache memory stores the part of main memory is with the concept of locality of reference. So this is how the data of main memory is stored in the caching memory. So there are two types of locality reference. So one is a temporal and another one is a spatial. So temporal is nothing but we can say an example. If you assume you have a set of program, that program has a for loop execution. For I is equal to 0, I less than or equal to 4, I plus plus. And for loop has a set of lines. So when the processor execute the instruction for I is equal to 0, it starts executing. Definitely the processor will execute 4 or 5 times the same program. So automatically the for loop programs will be stored in the cache memory. So that is the temporal. So the recently executed instruction are likely to be executed again very soon. So that is the temporal concept. Whereas the spatial is, we can say an example, you have array of a of 5 array. Okay, so that can be stored a of 0, a of 1, a of 2, a of 3, a of 4, a of 5. Okay? So when a of 0 is accessed, there is a more possibility of accessing a of 1, a of 2, a of 3, a of 4, etc. So those data will be stored automatically in the cache memory. So that is nothing but it stores the nearby value, it may be executed soon. So those data will be stored in the cache memory. So these are the two methods of locality reference, that is temporal and spatial. So as we said, the processor, the cache and main memory. So this is the setup of cache memory. So the cache memory is placed in between the processor and the main memory. When processor requested any data, so first processor will check the data in the cache memory. If the cache memory has the data, processor automatically reads the data and executes the program. If the data is not present in the cache, then processor requests the data from the main memory. So this we can say it is a cache miss, cache hit. If there is a data in the cache, that is requested data in the cache, then it is called cache hit. If the data is not present in the cache, then it is called as cache miss. So always we have to reduce the cache miss so that the processor execution time can be reduced. So that is the main aim. So next one, how the data of main memory is stored in the cache memory. So as I already said, the cache memory size is very less compared to main memory. So we cannot place all the data in the cache memory, all the data of main memory into the cache memory. Okay, so we have to follow certain rules or certain functions to map the main memory data into the cache memory. Okay, so that is the main mapping function of the cache memory. So we have three types of mapping functions. One is a direct mapping, and second one is associative, and third one is a set associative mapping. Today, now I am going to discuss only a direct mapping technique. Okay, so this is the direct map caching algorithm. So cache memories are divided as a or classified as a lines. Line 0, line 1 here, the line 0, line 1, line 2 up to line 128. Whereas the main memory is divided into blocks: block 0, block 1, block 2, block up to 4096. So this is the overall size of the main memory. This is the overall size of the cache memory. So the direct memory concept is very easy to implement. Like always the block 0 will stores in line 1. Always the block 1 will stores in line 2, line 1 of cache. Always the block 127 will stores in line 127 of cache memory. So this is the concept. For example, if you want to store block 128, automatically it goes to line 0. So it will overwrite the previous data. So always the block 129 will store in block 1. So this is the concept of direct mapping cache. So again, the main memory address is divided into three blocks. That is a tag, block, word. So tag is a 5-bit, block is a 7 bits, word is a 4 bit. So totally 16-bit memory address. So here we have chosen as a main memory cache memory of 128 blocks of 16 word each. So totally 2K size. So main memory is a 16-bit address. It has a 64K kilowords. So that is 4 blocks of 16 words each. Our considered example is this much size. So always the main memory address, that is lower order 4 bits considered as a word, and 7-bit block is considered as a remaining, and 5-bit tag as a higher order bits. I will explain with an example. So this is the 16-bit address of main memory address. So I am divided into three blocks: tag, block, word. So tag is nothing but higher order bits of 5 bits, that is 10110, whereas the word is a lower order bits of main memory 1101. So the remaining 7 bits are considered as a block. So first one, it will check that is processor will check the block value. If you we have a block value as 101110. So if you convert into the binary value into decimal, we will get as a 78. So this means the data is located in the block or line 78. So then this will check the tag, whether the tag value is 10110. If the line 78 value tag value is 10110, then that is our requested data. Again, in that block 78, we have to access the data of 13th word. we, so the block is divided into 16 words. Okay, so we have to access word 13. So this is the direct mapping cache. So yes, so when CPU requests its address block 78 in the cache, if the block 78 has the valid entry of tag, then it is a cache hit. If the tag is not matched, then it is a cache miss. So this is a direct example.